this new cutting-edge weight loss herb the FDA doesn't want you to know about because it's going to make you lean in weeks. And trainers will hate you for this little tip. If you take this thing, you'll be shredded. Oh, can I take that in suppository form? Because then I put it in my mouth and up my ass at the same time. I'll get double the results.
So I posted a video about steroids and steroid use amongst influencers on social media. And I got some pretty rowdy backlash from that because people don't believe their favorite influencers use steroids or performance-enhancing drugs. And this got me thinking, steroids in sport is a very interesting concept. So, you think football players, everyone naturally thinks steroids. You think hockey players, nobody thinks about steroids. Maybe some people do, but it's not the first thing that comes to your mind. You think about professional wrestling, you assume people are taking steroids. You look at somebody who's as big as a professional wrestler and you assume they're natural. Problem number one. We look at Olympic athletes, and every so often, this year included, Olympic athletes test positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Our belief is, even though we understand there's different hormones, because these are the same hormones that every 40-plus-year-old woman is blaming for their weight loss, all steroids will make you a man. They react the exact same way in your body. We don't understand when we say steroids, there's different types of steroids. When we talk about hormones, the only thing that affects hormones is your age and the fact you haven't gotten off the couch in the past 5 years. So our logic when it comes to drugs and drug use in sport, in Hollywood, in social media, is so skewed that we can't see past what we want to believe. Your favorite athlete, your favorite influencer is all natural. And you want to believe that. The same way children want to believe in Santa Claus. The same way the children want to believe in the Tooth Fairy. It's what we want to believe as a society, that our heroes would never do anything like that. I mean, think about Hulk Hogan. He talked about how in shape he was from the vitamins he took. Years later, we find out it's steroids. Arnold Schwarzenegger, in the, original cut of Pumping Iron, talks about taking steroids. Sylvester Stallone, growth hormone, shipping in from Australia. And the list goes on and on. Those are, names that most of the 40-year-old people that don't understand that their hormones are not the thing that's holding them back, and the thing that is the thing holding them back is the fact that they eat like shit and don't get off their asses. And I say that, and I feel like some of you right now are like, oh my god, he's talking about me. I am. Because too many of you are sitting there idolizing people who use drugs. And that's not a bad thing. I don't care what people do with their free time. I don't care about their preferences. Do I want to be natural? Do I not want to be natural? Do I want to take something to enhance my performance? Do I not want to take something to enhance my performance? That's irrelevant. But the fact is, too many people are looking at people who take performance-enhancing drugs. Every year we see these surveys, and they have these self-reported answers. And they come out. And we've all taken some of these surveys before, and some of us will lie on them to make ourselves look better just in case these surveys are going to somebody and they're not 100% anonymous. So up to 30% of United States gym goers have admitted to using steroids. Think about that for a second. 30% of people who walk into a gym have openly admitted to it. I can tell you, of the people that I know who do steroids, about 30% of them will actually admit to the fact that they do steroids. So that's about on par. But there's probably more people that are actually using them that won't admit to it. And why? Much like I mentioned in my previous video, if you're using steroids to get the gains that you have, the sale of your product is no longer relevant, because now you're a cheater in people's eyes. And you can take that for whatever you want. Using steroids, it's enhanced recovery time. Your workout volume can go up. There's a rate at which your body's recovering faster. You need to be more diligent with your food intake, because you can, depending on what you're taking, there can be bloatiness, there can be different side effects. So some people can call it cheating, some people can call it, just performance enhancement. It really just comes down to whatever little white lie you want to tell yourself. Because yeah, there's a change in performance. That's why people do it. There's a change in size. There's a change in your physiology. That's what happens when you put any hormone in your system. Everyone's looking for what kind of thing will stimulate their growth hormone, but looking at somebody who actually injects growth hormone is a no-no. Oh my, they take growth hormone? You're chewing down collagen because you read somewhere that it's going to help increase your growth hormone, which will help you look younger and more vibrant. Now, if you got a good nap throughout the day, it would also help you look younger and more vibrant. If you trained a little bit harder and heavier, you would also, you guessed it, look younger and more vibrant. When it comes to all this idolization of social media people, we have to start looking at the fact that there's more to what goes on than what you see. And it's a very peculiar thing, because people take some things at face value, and other things, it doesn't matter what kind of science you were to show them, they wouldn't believe it. And we can apply that to anything. Some people take random shit at face value. I can tell you that I drive a Ferrari, and people will go, no, I want to see the keys. I want to see you in the car. I want to see you wreck the car so we know it's yours, and the insurance person has to call you, and we know you're not just borrowing it from a dealership. Meanwhile, I tell you that if you eat this rare root only found in Malaysia, in the Alps, and it's been shown to decrease weight in goats, and your ass will get smaller, you will shove that shit so far down your throat, your fucking elbow is by your tonsils. Because people are ridiculous when it comes to what they want to believe. And it's hysterical. Because our belief system is there's no quick fix. Scientifically, we know there's no quick fix to weight loss. Mother of God. However, we're always looking for one. We're always looking for that quick fix. We believe it every time somebody says it. Try this thing, lose 15 pounds by Saturday. You're gonna shit your brains out, though. That doesn't sound enjoyable. But I'm gonna do it. Sign me up. I've got Depends. Hey, you know that person uses steroids to get those goals? That's not possible. It's insane. How dare you talk about that person like that? It's been clinically shown that if you exercise and just simply walk throughout the day, you'll see a decrease in body weight. That's too hard. I'm not going to do that. This new cutting-edge weight loss herb the FDA doesn't want you to know about because it's going to make you lean in weeks. And trainers will hate you for this little tip. If you take this thing, you'll be shredded. Oh. Can I take that in suppository form? Because then I put it in my mouth and up my ass at the same time. I'll get double the results.